Hello, happy almost September. Look who's here, Jeremy Bills from Create with Jay, and I am Tina Falk
Hey.
from Via Feng Shui. We just so enjoy coming together every month and looking at the Western and the Eastern astrology. It's important to stay on top of the current energy, don't you think?
Totally, totally. It's nice to see how astrology, Western and Eastern, can kind of just give us a monthly forecast as to what's going to be coming so
Hmm.
that it can help us just, prepare and really understand what to focus on.
Yeah. And I think it helps us to, give other people a break or give the
Yeah.
world a break or kind of see where do we need to lean in or where we need to kind of sit back because everybody is being influenced by this. And
Yeah.
so we're going to start off because this is more of a Chinese astrology thing that I'm doing. You're the expert of the Western too and the Eastern that coming in. But this month, starting what? Oh my gosh, I forgot to look what the date is. Is it September 8th or September 7th?
I think it's the seventh.
The 7th. So September 7th, that is the beginning of the Yin Earth Rooster month. And the rooster, I know rooster really well. Rooster is a very outspoken, blunt, direct energy. Rooster loves to be heard, right? They govern our throat chakra. Okay, so
Hmm.
that's something we need to pay attention to because there's going to
Yes.
be a lot of even more vocalization,
Uh-huh.
self-expression,
Yep.
and how that comes out sometimes. The way the rooster delivered it isn't soft and compassionate, and I
Oh,
thought about it before I said it.
yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, roosters need to use their voice. They want to use their voice. They have an opinion. They have
Yeah.
something to say.
Hmm.
But the energy of this rooster this month is yin earth. And the image that I get in my head for yin earth is when you go to the beach and you pick up the dirt and you see it fall through your fingers. So when we
Mm.
combine those two energies, the rooster that has something to say and that yin earth, you have to be really careful with what you say this month because some of those words can get lost in translation and fall through your fingers.
Oh, I love that visual. I love that just thinking about that.
Yeah.
And while roosters love to be heard, there is a struggle in just sitting back and listening, right? Letting other people
Yeah.
express
Mhm.
themselves. So like you said, be selective. It's about the timing, it's about the
Mhm.
delivery. It's about bringing a sense of proper appropriateness energy behind that. The
Yeah.
star that's flying into the rooster sector in the west, where the rooster innately lives, is the sixth star of authority. And while this star might bring the rooster more confidence, because rooster can be, lack that self-esteem, that self-confidence, and want to fluff its feathers and squawk and be aggressive and all of that.
Yeah.
This sixth star could actually bring a sense of competition, a bit of a conflict,
Mhm.
because now we've got two metal energies, kind of like swords fighting, that
Yep.
could really bring things up to a level of conflict. So pick your battles. And like you said, be careful with your words because they might not all stick. If it's not
Yep.
important, it's not important. Don't say it.
No, I mean, when you're dealing with the six star and the keyword is authority, you have to take personal authority over yourself and over
Mm.
your words
Yeah.
with that rooster energy. Because again, the sand falls through your fingers. It's not mountain energy, which is yang, it's solid, right?
Hmm.
It's movable. When the wind picks up, it can move the sand where it needs to go. So again, words can get lost in translation this month if we're not taking personal authority with that six star.
Hmm. Great. So good. I'm glad you brought that point up. So I just want to bring up a couple other things and I want us to dive into Western astrology. So if you have a rooster in one of your four pillars, having this rooster come in this month will could possibly bring even more of that arguing, more of that conflict and competition, confrontation energy. Because now there's only one rooster in the hen house, right? Somebody's going to be on
Yep.
top. There's this
Mhm.
pecking and this kind of going after each other. So be
Yeah.
aware of that, that if there's somebody else, and it doesn't even have to be another rooster person that you know, but if you have that rooster, you might even sense that other people are attacking you. You might feel
Exactly.
defensive, just like, why am I so defensive? Why am I barking back or trying to stand my ground?
Yeah.
So be careful of that.
Yes, and to all the rabbits out there, which is the opposite sign of the rooster, this is a month where it's okay to stay in your little thicket. It's okay
Hmm.
to, when you hear the rooster cock-a-doodle-doo, it's okay for you to retreat a little bit because the harshness of the rooster's caw this month is going to be really intense.
Yeah, rooster doesn't really care about your feelings, and the rabbits, they're really soft.
Yeah, and it doesn't care if the rabbit's freaked out or not. So the
Hmm.
rabbit, you have to really take care of yourself this month.
Exactly. I like that you said that because the illness star is flying into the east where the rabbit lives this month.
Exactly.
Even more so, take care of yourself. Don't put yourself in situations that are going to heighten your stress, because there's this nervous energy already with that rabbit energy. No need to do things that, are going to increase your anxiety and or get you to a point of frustration and anger,
Yeah.
because rabbit rules that anger element, and we want to, just there. When it comes to push and pull with those two energies, they can be an opposites attract. It could be a very beneficial for that
Mhm.
rabbit, but like you said, it's okay to just play it safe or to keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
Okay, I know
Bringing
there's some big things coming in the
Yeah,
stars.
in the stars. Yeah. So Mercury, the planet of communication, is now in the sign of Libra.
Mm.
Libra is the sign of relationships. Libra is also the sign of the justice scales. It's always that adjustment to find balance. Mercury, 9th, 10th of September, is going into retrograde. And the word retrograde means anything with the prefix RE. Rethink, revise, rest, relax, retreat. Again, it's very significant with this rooster coming in. We have to think about the words, especially in our relationships,
Mm.
especially with the harshness of that rooster's voice. We have to care about where our words land this month,
Yeah.
especially with our loved ones. A lot of times in relationships and out there in the world, we tend to take our frustrations out on the people that are in our immediate environment.
Hmm.
This month, we have to be really, really careful of that. Also, we have Venus, the goddess of relationships, the goddess of love, moving into the sign of Virgo. She gets a little cranky here because
Oh.
she doesn't necessarily like being in the sign of Virgo because Virgo is the sign of criticism. And what are we in? We're in
Mm.
the month of the rooster, and they can be
Oh,
really
gee.
domineering and critical.
Yeah.
So in our relationships, we have to choose our words from a very loving place
Hmm.
because with those two planets kind of duking it out, we have to be really, really take that sixth star of authority
Hmm.
and really take authority over our own actions and deeds.
Yeah, and not other people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm just personally seeing here. It's like, okay, how have my husband or me and the kids, how have we been handling? We're going to have to kind of change it up, and it's going to be up to me, right? To kind of
Absolutely.
to be ahead of that. So,
To
oh
all
my
of us.
gosh.
It's going to be all of us.
Hmm. Yeah, it really is. It's going to be a great month. There's got, some things are going to shift because the stars are getting out of their comfort zone from August, and they are going to go on the shift again here in September. So be prepared for some things to shift. And, in the world, in your personal life, there's a lot of potential this month, I think.
One of the things that you were mentioning before we started the call, Can you talk about how the energy of September is going to be kind of a precursor of things to come?
Yeah, so the stars that are going to fly in September on the 7th, those are going to be in a place where that's what the annual star for all 12 months next year in 2023 will be.
Yeah.
So if you're a journaler, if you write, notes in your calendar, that kind of thing, it's probably a good idea to take some notes to say how is this month treating you? What in reflection even, what could I have done differently? Not in relationship to the rooster, but just pay attention to the energy and
Mhm.
see, because it's a kind of it's not exactly, but it's kind of a precursor. It gives us a glimpse at what next year's potential is.
Interesting. I mean, the world is full of opportunities. Speaking of the devil, I was just shuffling some cards, and the same card that we were talking about before we started this call flew out. It's the Ace
Oh
of
my
Fire.
gosh.
Exciting new opportunities,
Mm,
okay? Career advancements, changing your life. So that authority star is really going to help us to advance our lives in the direction that we want to be going if we take a look inside, if we do what the retrograde is asking us to do,
mm,
to really be self-aware.
yeah. Yeah. Reflect. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, this has been great. Thank you so much for your
Thank
insights.
you. Thank
Take
you for
care,
having me.
You bet. Take care, everyone. Our links are below if you want to see what animals are in your four pillar chart or in your Western well, animals, what's going on in your Western world. Reach out to us. We're happy to help, and this is what we love to do. This isn't just something we do once a month. It's something we do every day. And so here we are. Ask us a question, drop a comment below, and we'll see you next month. Bye,
Okay.
everyone.
Bye-bye.